Yo, what's going on, gamers? Wanted to give you a quick solo flawless guide on the new dungeon Grasp of Avarice. I ran all three characters today solo flawless, and I felt like the warlock run was probably the easiest to get the dub. So what I'm doing here in the beginning is throwing on a sword with Cartesian with a Witherhoard. This Witherhoard strat with the double special is kind of cracked. All I'm doing is farming this loot hole or cave. If the engrams don't spawn or the ads don't spawn, you can just leave the cave and run back in. That's how I did it so quick. One thing you guys need to realize, every 10 engrams you pick up, you get a new super, so do not be afraid to waste supers or use it just for the hell of it. I'm not going to really go over this jump guide because honestly, this is just something you have to practice and pull levers and jump through and not get baited. Once you make it up here, do not get ran over by this. Go ahead and hide in that hidey hole. Again, I just felt like the warlock was easy because you stand in a well, you're using a sleeper on this ogre, and we're going to use Lunas. It's pretty easy. I rallied on the wrong subclass here. What I found the easiest loadout to run here is sleeper with Cartesian for damage, obviously. Although I do like running Witherhoard with Threaded Needle and a Cartesian here. Also ran Telesto with Threaded Needle. Again, it's just whatever you want to run. I ran Bubble, Helma 14. On my hunter, I actually had to switch to stasis here because I was just getting dumped on. I don't like going invis, but chat thought it was funny. But the well strat's pretty easy. You can run Font of Might to get the extra damage from the solar weapon, but it's up to you. So again, when you're going in here to pick up these engrams, please make sure once you get times 10, you're going to get your well back. So if you're about to die, just pop your super and you'll get it back. Every 10 orbs. Every 10 engrams, sorry. Easiest DPS I found for Warlock is just damage right on the crystal. If the ogre pushes you, you can just leave DPS if you want, or you can damage right here that I'm looking at. This top right porch here is kind of nice. This is where I put the Titan Bubble and the Hunter, so you can damage wherever you'd like. But since we're on a Warlock, it's kind of just like, hey, look at me, I'm immune. So this encounter takes 25 engrams. Yo! Thanks for buying some G subs, Black Cherry. Almost sold out, guys. Gamersubs.gg. Clyde flavor dropped. Yep, hashtag ad. But yeah, 25 engrams you need to get the damage here. Not a lot of people know that. Again, it doesn't matter how many you plant, what order you go in, just remember 25. If you plant 35, it's okay. It's not a big deal. This guy up here, as you see, Greg the Ogre, he's going to help out. But just take your time. You can use whatever you would like. I just really wanted to like show people. You can really take your time and beat this encounter. My run wasn't the fastest, but you know, I'm talking to chat and I'm kind of explaining stuff as I go, so you know, stuff like that happens. For some reason, there's a lot of ammo in this encounter too, actually throughout this whole dungeon, so don't be afraid to check that catwalk or check for ammo. As you see here, I'm going to open this up. You can 3 charge times 3 charge like I just did there. Just shoot 3 light non-charge shots at it. I'm just going to run in here. Don't care. Running straight in, gonna pop my well. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to pick up 10 engrams and get my super back. Abuse this so bad in this. Like, abuse it. Abuse it. Every encounter that has these engrams, abuse this. It's going to make it so much easier for you just because you know, well, hey, I need to grab those engrams so I can go deposit them. But how am I going to do that without dying? Oh, I'm going to pop my super and just get 10 moat. I keep saying moats. 10 engrams. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to pop super and I'm going to pop super. It changes your run, so make sure you pay attention to this. This is going to be damage here. You could damage from right here if you want. I'm actually going to throw my nade and proc this Font of Might. Again, it's good for the first 10 seconds, but not needed. But if you feel like you need it for DPS, it's all good. As you see here, I'm just going to proc with Cartesian and shoot him with the sleeper. Getting 152 a shot. It's kind of nice. I ended up having to 3-phase this boss because he did this crap. He turned on me and ruined my 2-phase. So again, on the 3rd phase, I just came right here, finished him off. If he's in your well like this and you're too uncomfortable, you want to put on a sword, totally understand, but it's an easy dub. You just have to learn the patterns and learn going in there to collect the engrams. You can waste your super. Sparrow part, oh boy. I have not done this without a slower sparrow. Good thing I have the 200 miles an hour, always on time. When I first start here, I'm going to stay to the left. I'm going to grab this extender right here and scan over A. This is very important. Once you hit A, go to the left. Trust me, go to the left. It's safe. There's plenty of extensions and there's no ads. That's the huge one. So right here, you're going to hit that extender right there. And then you're going to go through here. and get B. Once you hit B, I want you to stay to the left again. You could have got that extender right there, but I never get that one. I always skip it. If you feel like you need to get it, you can. Go through the tunnel. There's an extender. Easy. This is the very important part right here. Jump off your Sparrow. You have no boost and get a new one. This is the only chance you're going to have at getting it. I felt like C was the best way. Once you pass C, hang over to the right, grab this extension. Not the way I just did that because it slowed me down. I take the right launcher. Some people take the left. I like the right one. If you feel like you need the left one, you can use it as well. Land down here, easy dub. It's going to take a couple tries. So if this is getting you stuck, please just go through this 10, 15 times and kind of get used to the route. Doing the Fallen Shield encounter, I put back on the sword with the Wither Horde and the Cartesian. Again, playing sloppy. 20 motes to drop the Servitor Shield. So I like to grab 10 at a time just because I can pop my super, go pick up 10 more motes. I keep saying motes, engrams, and get another well back. I did this with Bubble. I did this with Invis all the time. If you're wondering how to not get error coded in this encounter, Bungie has addressed it. Please don't miss the third bomb. If it doesn't explode on one of the lock, Clyde, that's not a door. Yep, door. If the third bomb does not explode on the lock, you have a chance to getting error coded on that fifth one. So just be careful. Make sure you're aiming the launchers at the locks and make sure you hit the Fallen Shield. As you see here, I put my well down. Pretty much when I'm standing on that well, I'm putting 10 engrams. Might as well just call them motes. I'm putting 10 on the ground so I can go grab another 10 so I can get my well back, which I'm about to right here. Bang. Pop another one. Chilling. Once I deposit these, that shield's going to come down. Rinse and repeat. Take your time here. This is an important mechanic. It's just like raids. It's just like dungeons. You need to understand how these engrams help you. Use them to your advantage. Once you break 4 locks, you're going to be headed up and finishing the encounter. Again, take your time here. Go slow. Go slow. As you see here, I picked those up and I deposited them just so they weren't in my way. Why? Because what if I'm rolling this and I'm trying to save it and I feel like I picked up engrams and I wasn't paying attention. It's actually wiped me twice. I'm double checking here to make sure that's aimed at the lock. And we're going to full send it. But yeah, there's a couple times I picked up engrams and I didn't know and I was just talking and I died because I accidentally picked one up. As you see here, we're going to get the last one. Aim it up at the lock. Boom. This is such a cool encounter, by the way. Going up. Easy dub. But yeah, I feel like the Warlock is just the way to go. So there's multiple loadouts you could run for this. You could run Sleeper. I should have ran Sleeper, but I didn't. I like my Telesto loadout just because I can clear ads quick and it's going to help me with the baby shank. I did find a crazy lock stasis focusing lens particle deconstruction well DPS strat. If you want to check out that video as well, I just posted that earlier. For the recommended loadout for this, I would honestly run Sleeper with Cartesian, and your kinetic can be whatever you want. That's going to give you your best DPS. But if you're like, hey, Clyde, I'm on a 3-phase no matter what, then you can run something like this, the Telesto, with your threaded needle, or you can run a Cartesian with a Wither Horde and a threaded needle. I know some people running Risk Runner, bows, use whatever you want, but Sleeper's going to chunk the most. The reason why I like running Telesto is because right when I start damage here, I pop that well. I killed that shank. That shank is so annoying. I killed him. I popped the well. Why? Because I know I'm getting ready to pick up 10 engrams to get my super back. I melt them. Usually I do that every time. I kill the shank with Telesto, and then I get ready to kill the Vandal with my heavy. Again, this is an encounter that just drops mad ammo everywhere, so I'm just going to spend it. Some people use the cannon on this guy. I don't want to wait for that. He is going to drop 10 engrams. This encounter requires 60 engrams to get the DPS. This guy drops 10. I have my well. You know what? Let's use it. Run here, deposit, bang. I did this with the bubble. I did this with Invis. You just stand here. Easy. When you drop the motes with the cannon, there is a dispenser right in front of me on the left. There's one in the middle and there's one on the right. Never dispense here. In my opinion, you should always dispense on the other side, and then you can come pick up the middle. This is technically the right side if you're facing the entrance. I didn't like picking up motes on this side, even though I do this run. They were all over the place and I couldn't get to them. And I would pick up these 10 and then I'd try and make it to this middle section and I wouldn't be able to pick up a full 20. Usually I do 10, 20, 20, 10, but I was having some trouble with it. I'm not picking up engrams on this side anymore. Just do it on the other side because you can always shoot the left dispenser in the middle. Yep, as you see, I'm going over here now. Yeah, once you get the DPS, I mean, where I'm going to pop my well is not somewhere where I recommend you pop your well. You should pop your well right on the crystal and start your damage. The reason why I pop my well here is because this is where I DPS'd from with my Titan and my Hunter. So that's why I want to put that spot in this video. As you see here, I choke, pick up 5. I should have picked up these 5 first. I only have 10. Yo, some more G-subs. Oh, Black Cherry. So I just see here, hey, I messed up. I'm just going to run to the center. Guess what? Popping another well. Yep, exposing the exploit. Definitely not an exploit, but you know what I mean. I feel like this mechanic just makes the encounter reckless. You can do whatever you want. Unlimited super energy. It's kind of like, whoa, why'd they do this? So right here, I run past the boss, get ready for DPS. This is where I put my bubble, and this is where I stood with my Hunter. The reason why I stand up here, I just felt like it was the play for the bubble. I didn't want to die. All I'm doing there is proccing my particle deconstruction with my Telesto. As you see here, threaded needle hits immune shots. Yep, right there. Yep, right there. That's just crazy. I think I shot the well sword. I don't know. It doesn't look like it though. No, I think it just hit from the flinch. Again, easy 3-phase loadout, but it was a little tough there. So we're getting ready for our 3rd phase right here. We're going to pop the well here. You do not have to pop the well here. I just wanted to show you where I DPS'd on my Titan and my Hunter. I would definitely recommend using the DPS strat from the crystal and running sleeper. But hey, maybe you want to run Wither Horde. Maybe you want to run Telesto. There's no best loadout for this. It's going to be a 3-phase most of the time. You can juice it and get the 2. And if you mess up, you do the 4. Hey, you might do a 6. But you'll end up getting the dub anyway. Remember to take your time. I'm really enjoying this dungeon. Remember to check out the channel, twitch.tv/GsxrClyde live every day, except Sundays. Use the socials. Links down below. Hopefully this guide helped you and this nice tutorial voiceover gave you some info that you might have needed. And I'll see you next time, gamers. Peace.